Hey guys, it's Cole, and I am not quitting Final Fantasy XIV. There will be a bazillion more videos on it very soon, as well as me unveiling a project that I have been working on for, honestly, way too long, many months, and keeping my fingers crossed that it will hopefully be done soon. So I haven't really come out and just said it, but I have been playing in the background a little bit of World of Warcraft, nothing too major, just a few hours here and there, and I have definitely been enjoying a lot of things in there. One example being Preservation Evoker. I have enjoyed it so much. It feels very much like a Final Fantasy XIV healer, and it has been truly so fun. But this has led on to me being asked on my thoughts on World of Warcraft versus Final Fantasy XIV by some of my close friends, and I'm going to answer that very directly here. I really don't think it needs to be a versus. In fact, I feel like that's the worst way that you could look at it. I feel, in fact, that they are very complementary games. Final Fantasy XIV has so much world building and interaction tools outside of raiding, like free company housing, island sanctuary, relic weapons, and the gold saucer, to name very few out of the incredible amount. Comparatively though, World of Warcraft seems to put all of its stock, or to be fair, 90% of its stock in my interpretation, into like Mythic Plus, which is just variable difficulty dungeons and raiding. But I don't, in my experience playing it, have any of those what I'd call essential living features like guild housing. Instead, my last time playing during Shadowlands, I spent the majority of my time in the stupid floating copper pleasure device named Ouroboros. So Final Fantasy XIV, I view it as more of a like quote unquote this is my home, or like a livable game, if that makes any sense. Like, through all of this, I can like kind of identify to some level with my character in Final Fantasy XIV. I feel like there are so many ways to interact and engage with the world and the game outside of explicitly raid logging, which if you do that, there's nothing wrong with that. I have done that at many points in my life when I was in final exams. You bet I had to raid log if I even did that. But that being said, World of Warcraft really captured my heart when it came to doing challenging dungeon content. I think variant dungeons are absolutely fantastic in Final Fantasy XIV. I am incredibly happy to see them added. I did them, and even though the rewards I do think need a bit of massaging, I enjoyed it a lot, as everyone heard. I think that it was truly great content for 14. But I want even more, and that's where going into World of Warcraft is really complimentary. Again, I think people focus way too much on this weird Final Fantasy XIV versus WoW thing. I always felt that way, as my channel has numerous videos of proof where I said, yeah, why not welcome the creators and the players from World of Warcraft into Final Fantasy XIV? And honestly, it's turned out great for everyone involved. Now, I'm in the funny situation where we'll have to see if people feel the same in inverse me coming to World of Warcraft for vacation. It's yet to be seen how that's gonna go. Honestly, it feels weird to be on the other side of that table. I hope people are kind, I don't know. But enough of that. Why the hell am I actually considering playing World of Warcraft? So World of Warcraft is launching Dragonflight soon, which honestly looks great, and it quite literally has had every celestial body in existence lined up to convince me to play. Let's get out some game mechanics. First of all, Preservation Evoker is incredible. It feels great as a healer. I love it. It's really great. I'm not such a fan of the DPS spec. I'm a little worried it might just take some getting used to, but any day of the week I'll pick like something like Summoner or Machinist over 14 over it, but that could be just me getting used to it. But the healer, incredible. The other thing is they got rid of borrowed power systems, which I hated doing Choreghast. I hated legendaries. I hated all of that. Like, I even remember Battle for Azeroth because I joined at the very tail end of that, kind of like in the pre-patch before Shadowlands launched. I had this Azerite necklace or something like that, and it drove me crazy to find out, oh, that totally went poof. All of that is gone, and I'm like, thank God. Another thing is I was blessed with a beta key when I was down in California and enjoyed my time with it, which I guess is kind of like lent to Preservation Evoker, but that gave me a chance to actually explore it and be like, is this something that you actually see yourself sinking time into? Answer, yeah. Not that much, because obviously 14, obviously my big project, it takes priority, but sometime definitely. Next up is that I have been taken into a very positive friendly guild that promises tons of Mythic Plus, which is just harder dungeon content. I'm in fact going with a lot of my like raid members in my raid group, and we're all friends, like close friends. We talk in Discord all the time and stuff. We don't just like raid together and like boot each other and stuff. Like, it's going to be a very friendly environment to learn, and they want me to play anything that I want, just explore, have fun, and that's great. Regardless of what game you're in, that's the environment everyone should want to be in. Another thing is variant dungeons are great. I can't say that enough, but all they did was make the itch even more demanding that I want harder dungeon content, and I want harder dungeon content now. And I inherently did enjoy Mythic Plus when I was dabbling in it before. The interrupts, the planning, the packs and how you'd go around things, the skips, the different affixes. No, not you, Necrotic. Not that. Not that affix. Screw necrotic affix. So unfun. You try doing that without any slows or stuns. Nightmare fuel. So I was doing that on disc. Yeah, guys. Now the fourth reason, I'm gonna be real here. I'm going through a lot. Some heavy things in my life right now. That's why I haven't been uploading lately. You can look at my channel if you don't believe me. It's just because I'm way too negative to be able to make videos. In fact, this video was really kind of strongly, massively encouraged by a friend, like this video in particular that I'm even doing now. As you can tell, probably I'm stuttering more than usual. I'm trying to re-record so I sound a little happier, but I'm not going to get into it here. Maybe later, maybe never, but I just need something new to adventure in, explore, take my mind off things during the break periods that I give myself. Now, unfortunately, I do know that I need to comment on this about the elephant in the room. I've already gotten some comments when I talked about Preservation Evoker for money like months ago. I have spent, because I'm Canadian, like 120 or so on the expansion itself, and then each month has a recurring fee of about $20. I'm telling you right now, candidly, upfront, just like I would tell anyone, friends, family, my jaw would hit the floor if I made that money back from WoW content. That is literally how I feel. That is exactly the God honest truth. If I make that back, I would be shocked. In general with YouTube, I really don't make much money from this, and I do it because I want to reach out, make something meaningful for the Final Fantasy XIV community initially, which has become bigger than I ever dreamed of, because I expected at most 200 subs. In fact, when I started this channel, it was video that failed, video that failed, video that failed. It was not taking off, and so 200 subs was like, holy shoot, that's insane. I never expected to pass that number, nor did people who comment. Trust me, I got some of those. In fact, I still to this day see people commenting and subscribing, and it's sent right to my phone because I have that creator app installed, and it honestly always still fills me with joy whenever I see some kind of funny or kind comment, or like someone subscribing. It's like, okay, they actually value this type of work, which is super incredibly awesome. Like my actual like job is like software development. I do not get that kind of feedback, and so when I see a subscribe, I actually like light up. I'm like, oh my god, someone actually values my stuff. Holy shoot, like it's incredible feeling. I do not get that at my jobs, which I was also laid off recently from, which has, we're not talking about dark stuff here. My point is, I think people don't often realize that a small microscopic creator like me, I don't make money here. Other than the like kind of memberships that people give me, like if you hit the join button and like do that, that definitely is like huge. Honestly, like people keep telling me I should have a Patreon, and maybe I should do that, but I haven't because I don't want people to think I'm in it because of the money, because like I just hate when people do that. Like I don't want to be a sellout, but I digress. What I'm really trying to get at with this is I'm really doing this because of the community backing me with kind words, comments, conversations, all the reasons that I listed of why I want to explore it. Like in terms of the community, I wasn't even going to do this video. I wasn't planning for any videos this week other than that quick summary that I promised my community that I would always do, which I held up my bargain for, which I will always do because I value all so much. But I wasn't even going to do it until I was in Discord calls and people were like pushing and pushing and pushing, and they're just like, don't let your channel die out because you're in a dark place right now, and you should talk about World of Warcraft candidly and why you're doing it. And bleh. It doesn't get any more candid than this. So anyhow, I'm sorry for everyone that I disappoint with this. I know that a lot of people are going to be disappointed. They're going to be like, you need to spend all your time on Final Fantasy XIV content, and right now, trust me, I am grinding away at a project that pray for me. I don't want the evil eye on me, but I'm working really hard on Final Fantasy XIV. Trust me, that is, I am definitely not quitting by any stretch.